25/4 2026 21 to 47. How to spend money the right way. Full YouTube script. Estimated duration 20-25 minutes. Word count 3,000 words. Intro hook. First 30 seconds. Camera on. Host. Energetic tone. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and thought, where did all my money go? You worked hard, you got paid, but somehow there's nothing left. No savings, no investments, just gone. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. In fact, studies show that nearly 70% of people live paycheck to paycheck, not because they don't earn enough, but because nobody ever taught them how to manage what they earn. And that's exactly what today's video is about. By the time this video is over, you will know how to budget smarter, save faster, spend wisely, and start building real wealth, and no matter how much you make right now. So hit that subscribe button, grab something to drink, and let's get into it. Section 1. Why most people struggle with money. 34 minutes. Calm, storytelling tone. Here's the truth that no one wants to admit. The problem is rarely income. The problem is behavior. Think about lottery winners. Studies have shown that a large percentage of people who win the lottery, we're talking millions of dollars, end up broke within 5 years. How is that possible? They had more money than most of us will ever see. The answer is simple. They never learned how to handle money properly. On the flip side, there are people who earn modest salaries, teachers, nurses, factory workers, who retire as millionaires. Not because they were lucky, not because they had some secret investment strategy, but because they were disciplined, consistent, and intentional with every dollar they earned. Money is a tool. Like any tool, it works beautifully in skilled hands and causes chaos in unskilled ones. So what are the most common money mistakes people make? Mistake 1. Spending first, saving later. Most people spend what they need, enjoy what they want, and save whatever is left. The problem? There is never anything left. We'll talk about how to flip this equation later. Mistake 2. Lifestyle inflation. This is a big one. Every time people get a raise or a bonus, they upgrade their lifestyle. Bigger apartment, nicer car, more expensive clothes. Their income goes up, and so do their expenses. Net result: zero progress. Mistake 3. No budget, no plan. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will disappear on its own. Without a plan, you're not in control, your impulses are. Mistake 4. Ignoring debt. Many people pretend debt doesn't exist. They make minimum payments and hope it goes away. It doesn't. Interest compounds, balances grow, and suddenly you owe twice what you originally borrowed. Mistake 5. No emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Car breaks down. Medical bill shows up. You lose your job. Without an emergency fund, one unexpected expense can destroy months of financial progress. Now that we understand the problem, let's talk about solutions. Section 2. The foundation. The 20th of 30-50 rule. 45 minutes. Educational tone. Use visuals or graphics on screen. Before we talk about investments and wealth building, we need to talk about the foundation. And the foundation is budgeting. Now, I know, budget sounds like a boring word. It sounds restrictive, like you're putting yourself in financial jail. But that's a completely wrong way to think about it. A budget is not a cage. It's a roadmap. It's your plan for where your money goes before it disappears. One of the simplest and most effective budgeting frameworks is called the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it works. 50% of needs. Half of your take-home income goes toward your essential needs. Rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, health insurance. These are the non-negotiables, things you must pay to survive and function. 25/4 2026 21 to 47. If your needs are eating up more than 50% of your income, that's a warning sign. It might mean you need to reduce living expenses, maybe find a cheaper apartment, cook more at home, or cut unnecessary subscriptions. 30% once 30% goes toward the things that make life enjoyable but aren't strictly necessary. Eating at restaurants, Netflix, gym memberships, travel, clothes, hobbies, entertainment. This is your fun money. And yes, you are allowed to have fun. The goal isn't to live like a monk. The goal is to enjoy life without destroying your future. 20% as savings and debt repayment. This is the most important category, and it's the one most people skip. 20% of your income goes directly to savings, investments, or paying down debt. The key here, and this is critical, is to pay yourself first. Before you pay your bills, before you buy groceries, before you spend a single dollar on anything else, move 20% into savings automatically. If you wait until the end of the month to save, it won't happen. But if you automate it, if that money disappears from your checking account the moment your paycheck arrives, you'll learn to live on what's left. Now, the 50-30-20th rule is a starting point. Some financial experts recommend saving more, 30% or even 40% if your goal is to retire early. Adjust the numbers based on your situation, but the principle stays the same. Have a plan, stick to it, and always pay yourself first. Section 3. Smart Spending. How to spend without guilt. For minutes conversational, relatable tone. Let's talk about spending, because spending isn't the enemy. Mindless spending is. There's a difference between spending money and wasting money. Spending money on something that genuinely improves your life, brings you joy, or creates value, that's fine. That's the point of earning money. But mindlessly swiping your card on things you don't need, don't use, or don't even remember buying them, that's where the problem lives. Here are some practical strategies for spending smarter. Strategy 1. The 24-hour rule. Before making any non-essential purchase over a certain amount, let's say $50, wait 24 hours. Come back the next day. Do you still want it? Is it still worth the price? More often than not, the impulse fades and you realize you didn't actually need it. Strategy 2. Track every dollar. This sounds tedious, but it's transformative. Use an app, Pinup, Mint, or even a simple spreadsheet. Track every single expense for 1 month. Most people are shocked by what they find. Those daily coffees, the subscriptions they forgot about, the random online purchases, it all adds up. Strategy 3. Shop with a list. Whether it's groceries or clothing, go in with a list and stick to it. Retailers are experts at triggering impulse purchases. The strategic placement of products, the limited time offer signs, the buy to get one deals, all of it is designed to make you spend more than you planned. Strategy 4. Differentiate needs versus wants. Ask yourself honestly before every purchase. Do I need this or do I want this? Both are valid, but knowing which category something falls into helps you make intentional decisions rather than emotional ones. Strategy 5. Avoid lifestyle creep. When you get a raise, resist the urge to immediately upgrade your lifestyle. Instead, increase your savings rate first. If your salary goes up by $500 a month, put $300 into savings and let yourself enjoy $100 more in spending. This way you're building wealth and enjoying your higher income without blowing the whole thing. Section 4. Saving. How to build your financial safety net. 34 minutes motivating, empowering tone. Saving money is not about being cheap. It's about buying yourself freedom. 25/4 2026 21-47. When you have savings, you have options. You can quit a job that makes you miserable. You can handle an emergency without going into debt. You can take opportunities when they come. A business idea, a great investment, a chance to travel, because you have the resources to act. Without savings, you are one bad day away from financial crisis. With savings, you have a buffer between you and disaster. Here's how to build your savings effectively. Step 1. Build an emergency fund first. Before you invest, before you pay extra on debt, before anything else, build an emergency fund. The goal is 3 to 6 months of living expenses sitting in a liquid, accessible savings account. This is your financial first aid kit. It exists for one purpose only: genuine emergencies. Not vacations. Not sales. Emergencies. Having an emergency fund means that when life throws a curveball, you can handle it without going into debt. Step 2. Automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer the same day your paycheck arrives. Move your target savings amount directly into a separate savings account, one that's slightly inconvenient to access, so you're not tempted to dip into it. Out of sight, out of mind. You'll be surprised how quickly you adapt to living on the remaining amount. Step 3. Use high-yield savings accounts. Don't let your emergency fund sit in a traditional savings account earning 0.01% interest. Look for high-yield savings accounts. Online banks often offer significantly better rates. Your money should be working for you, even while it's sitting there. Step 4. Set specific savings goals. I want to save money is not a goal. I want to save $10,000 by December 31st is a goal. Be specific. Give your savings a purpose, the down payment for a house, a vacation fund, a new car. When your savings has a name and a deadline, you're far more motivated to protect it. Section 5. Getting out of debt. 3 minutes serious but encouraging tone. Let's talk about debt, because for many people, debt is the biggest obstacle to financial freedom. Not all debt is bad. A mortgage on a home that appreciates in value can be a smart financial decision. A student loan that leads to a high-paying career can be worth it. These are sometimes called good debt. But high-interest consumer debt, the credit card balances, payday loans, store financing, this is the kind of debt that destroys wealth. Interest rates of 20%, 25%, even 30% or more. If you carry a balance on a credit card, you could be paying hundreds or thousands of dollars per year just in interest. Here are 2 popular strategies for paying off debt. The avalanche method. List all your debts by interest rate, from highest to lowest. Make minimum payments on all of them, but put every extra dollar toward the debt with the highest interest rate. Once that's paid off, roll that payment into the next debt on the list. This is the mathematically optimal approach. You pay less total interest and get out of debt faster. The snowball method. List all your debts from smallest balance to largest. Pay minimums on everything, but throw every extra dollar at the smallest balance. When it's gone, roll that payment into the next one. This method isn't the most efficient mathematically, but psychologically it's powerful. Paying off a debt completely feels great. It gives you momentum and motivation to keep going. Choose whichever method keeps you motivated and stick with it. The best debt payoff strategy is the one you'll actually follow. Section 6. Investing and making your money work for you. 45 minutes enthusiastic, forward-looking tone. Alright, when we get to the exciting part. Investing. Saving money is important, but saving alone won't make you wealthy. Inflation erodes the value of money sitting in a savings account. If inflation is 3% per year and your savings account earns 2%, you're actually losing purchasing power every year. To build real wealth over time, you need to invest. 25/4 2026 21-47. Now, before I go further, I want to be clear. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and this is not personalized financial advice. Always do your own research and consider consulting a professional before making investment decisions. That said, here are some foundational investment concepts that every person should understand. Compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, the point stands. It's extraordinary. Compound interest means you earn interest not just on your original investment, but on the interest you've already earned. Over time, this creates an exponential growth curve. Here's a simple example. If you invest $5,000 at age 25 and never add another dollar, assuming a 7% average annual return, by age 65 you'll have over $74,000. You invested $5,000 and got back nearly 15 times that amount. That's the power of time and compound growth. The earlier you start investing, the more powerful compounding becomes. Time is your greatest asset. Index funds are simple and powerful. One of the best investments for most people is simple index funds. An index fund tracks a broad market index, like the S&P 500, which includes 500 of the largest companies in the United States. Instead of trying to pick individual winning stocks, which even professional fund managers consistently fail to do, you're essentially buying a small piece of hundreds or thousands of companies at once. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% annually over the long term. With a low-cost index fund, you participate in that growth with minimal fees and minimal effort. Retirement accounts take full advantage of tax-advantaged retirement accounts. In the US, this means 401ks and IRAs. If your employer offers a 401k match, meaning they match a percentage of what you contribute, that's free money. Contribute at least enough to get the full match before doing anything else. Diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different asset classes of stocks, bonds, real estate, and across different sectors and geographies. Diversification reduces risk without necessarily sacrificing returns. Invest consistently. Don't try to time the market. Instead, invest a fixed amount consistently every month, no matter what the market is doing. This strategy, called dollar cost averaging, means you automatically buy more shares when prices are low and fewer when prices are high. Over time, it smooths out volatility and reduces the risk of making a big investment right before a market crash. Section 7. Building a Wealth Mindset. 23 minutes philosophical, inspiring tone. Here's something that most financial videos skip, but it might be the most important part of this entire video. Managing money isn't just about numbers. It's about mindset. Your relationship with money, the beliefs you have about it, the emotions it triggers in you, the habits you built around it, all of that shapes your financial reality more than any strategy or tactic. If you believe money is evil, you'll unconsciously sabotage your efforts to earn and keep it. If you believe rich people are greedy or lucky, you'll never see yourself becoming one of them. If you feel guilty spending money, even on necessities, you'll be stressed and unhappy regardless of your bank balance. Here are the mindset shifts that change everything. Abundance over scarcity. Stop thinking there's never enough and start thinking about how to create more. Scarcity thinking leads to fear-based decisions. Abundance thinking leads to opportunity. Long-term over short-term. Rich people think in years and decades. Poor financial decisions usually come from prioritizing how you feel today over how you'll be positioned tomorrow. Train yourself to think long-term. 25/4 2026 21-47. Learning is an investment. Every book you read on finance, every course you take, every mentor you find, these are investments in yourself that compound just like financial investments. The more you learn, the better your decisions become. Be patient. Wealth is not built overnight. Anyone promising you fast, easy money is either lying or selling something. Real wealth is built slowly, consistently, one good decision at a time. Section 8. Your 5-step action plan. 2 minutes. Energetic, action-oriented tone. Okay, we've covered a lot. Let me leave you with a clear, simple action plan you can start today. Step 1. Track your spending for the next 30 days. Use an app or a notebook. Write down every single purchase. Know where your money is actually going. Step 2. Create your budget using the 20th of 30-50 framework. Needs, wants, savings. Assign every dollar a purpose. Step 3. Open a separate savings account and set up an automatic transfer. Start building your emergency fund immediately, even if it's $50 a month. Start somewhere. Step 4. List all your debts and choose a payoff strategy. Avalanche or snowball, and pick one and commit to it. Step 5. Open an investment account and start investing. Even small amounts. Even $25 a month. The habit matters more than the amount, especially when you're just starting out. Outro. Final 1 minute. Warm, genuine tone. Listen, a financial freedom isn't a dream reserved for the lucky or the wealthy. It's available to anyone who's willing to be intentional, patient, and consistent. You don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps this channel grow and reach more people who need to hear this message. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the one thing you're going to change about how you manage your money starting today? And if you want more content like this on saving, investing, building wealth, and creating a life you love, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves and your wallets. End card. Subscribe plus suggested videos, script stats, a total word count. 3,000 words estimated video duration. 20-25 minutes, a target audience. Young adults, beginners in personal finance, Latone. Educational, motivating, conversational sections. 8 main sections plus intro, outro.